Good morning, children. Class 7. Welcome to our live class. So, am I audible and visible? Kindly respond to your message. Okay, so you are greeting me, that means I am both audible and visible. So, we have started the chapter how the state government works in our previous class. Now, today we will proceed with the next part of the chapter, and before this, let us just recapitulate what we have seen. The chapter opens with this short story like whose responsibility. There we have come to know that two girls, they were just discussing the matter that there is a shortage of water and some people they are suffering from diarrhea, and they saw that a road is blocked due to rally where the MLA's residence was gherraud. And they also heard that some people they are saying that we demand that the authorities take immediate action to bring the public health situation under control. Our MLA must take the responsibility for this. Next, we have come to see that the government works at three levels: local, state and national. And we have also come to know that who is this MLA? That means the members of the Legislative Assembly are elected by people. That means the members of Legislative Assembly, they are known as MLAs, who are elected by us only. That means common people. That means the citizens of India only. And then they become members of the Legislative Assembly and also form the government. In this way, we say that the MLAs represent people. Then we have seen the meaning of constituency. The meaning of constituency, if you come to page number 41, we can just revise once. A particular area from which all the voters living there choose their representatives. This could be, for example, a panchayat ward or an area that chooses an MLA. After that, majority we have seen, that means the political party whose MLAs have won more than half the number of constituencies can be said to be in a majority, and the political party that has the majority is called the ruling party, and all other members are called the opposition. And there we have seen one election result, but last Tuesday, this or better to say in our previous class, this result which is given in our book, it didn't match with your book. That's why today I have brought my another book, this latest edition book. The results of the assembly elections Himachal Pradesh in 2017, political party and number of MLAs elected: Bharatiya Janata Party BJP 44, Indian National Congress INC 21, Communist Party of India Marxist 1, Independents who don't belong to any party 2. Total is 68. Now today we will proceed with this next part. Come to page number 33. I have written, come to page number 33 of your Social and Political Life book. Social and Political Life 2. Candidates from various political parties won the 2017 assembly elections and became MLAs. Since the total number of MLAs in the Legislative Assembly is 68, remember 68, a political party would have needed to have more than 34 MLAs. Why more than 34? Because 34 means half, 4 plus 4, 8, 3 plus 3, 6, 68. So 34 is half of 68. So more than half it is required in order to gain a majority. The Bharatiya Janata Party BJP with 44 MLAs had the majority and it became the ruling party. All other MLAs became the opposition. In this case, the Indian National Congress INC was the major opposition party because they have got 21 number of MLAs elected. Since it had the largest number of MLAs after the BJP. Among the opposition were other parties including those who had been elected as independent candidates. Sorry, I can't see. Sampurna, what is the meaning of Marxist? That I will say you later. Let me just carry on with this first. It is something where you need to just concentrate in some other manner. Now here it's better to not to discuss that one. I will just send you the answer through e-portal, Sampurna. Just you have to remember that is one of the parties, and who follows Marxism. Now, what is Marxism? It is a very tough thing, beta. It is in this age you will not be able to understand this one, as I do hope. Still then, I will try to just satisfy your query. So, after the elections, the MLAs belonging to the ruling party will elect their leader. Who underline this one, children. After the elections, the MLAs belonging to the ruling party will elect their leader, who will become the chief minister. So, is the chief minister after the election? The MLAs belonging to the ruling party, that means who has got the majority, will elect their leader, with the main leader as the chief minister. Now, that as we are having in our West Bengal the Honorable Chief Minister Miss Mamata Banerjee. So in my previous class I have just used the title wrong along with her name, and when I was going through that video at that time I have come to see that one. So that title, it should be not Srimati but Miss. Better to say, in most of the cases you will find that it is written the Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee only, it is said. What I said? Mamata Banerjee, the Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. In most of the cases you will find it is written like this, and in some cases you will find in the English newspapers it is written Miss Banerjee. Many a times it is also said like this way, Miss Banerjee. So I really apologize for the mistake. So, after the elections, the MLAs belonging to the ruling party will elect their leader, who will become the chief minister. In this case, the BJP MLAs chose Sri Jairam Thakur as their leader, and he became the chief minister. So, why I came to this term, that means why I have taken the name of our honorable chief minister, because she is the leader of this party, Trinamool Congress, and she was elected as the chief minister of West Bengal. The chief minister then selects other people as ministers. After the elections, it is the governor, underline, this is very important, who appoints. Selection, election, these two things are different. Now, who is appointing? The governor of the state appoints the chief minister and other ministers. So, the governor appoints the chief minister and other ministers of a state. The chief minister and other ministers have the responsibility, underline, the chief minister and the other ministers have the responsibility of running various government departments or ministries. They have separate offices. A legislative assembly is a place where all the MLAs, whether from the ruling party or from the opposition, meet to discuss various things. So, how can you define legislative assembly? A legislative assembly is a place where the MLAs who are both from the ruling party and from the opposition party, they meet to discuss various things. This line also you underline, a legislative assembly is a place where all the MLAs, whether from the ruling party or from opposition, meet to discuss various things. Hence, some MLAs have dual responsibilities. This one also you need to underline. One as an MLA and the other as a minister. So, some MLAs, they are playing this dual role or having these dual responsibilities, one as an MLA and the other as a minister. We will read about this further. So, a debate in a legislative assembly, this one is very interesting. So, up to this, is it clear to all? Or if you are having any queries or doubt, you can ask me, because now I will move to the next part. That means a debate in the legislative assembly, which is very interesting. So if you are having any query, you can ask me. Shaptorshi, Sampurna, Vasundhara, and who else? No problem. Aniruddha, no problem. And Shampurna, I will get your answer through e-portal. Annesha Somdatta Paja. Okay, no problem. So, let me just proceed with the next part. A debate in the Legislative Assembly. Afrin, Sujata and many other students from their school travelled to the state capital to visit the Legislative Assembly, which was housed in the impressive building. The children were excited. After security checks, they were taken upstairs. There was a gallery from where they could see the large hall below. There were rows and rows of desks, so they have gone to just experience what happens in a legislative assembly. This assembly was going to have a debate on a current problem. During this time, MLAs can express their opinions and ask questions related to the issues or give suggestions about what should be done by the government. So, what happens in the assembly, in the legislative assembly, what happens? This is the time when the MLAs can express their opinions. They can share their opinions, they can just lay down their ideas and ask questions related to the issues. That means if a certain problem has arisen, or sorry, some problem is there, or some problem has that means the citizens, they are confronting some problems. At that time, this opposition party, they can ask to the ruling party that why these problems are happening, why you are not taking the measures to just solve these disputes. So, and they can also give suggestions about what should be done by the government. Those who wish to can respond to this. The minister then replies to the questions and tries to assure the assembly that adequate steps are being taken. So, for example, if the health minister, now as we are just confronting this disaster of this pandemic COVID-19, so this health minister, every time he can be questioned in this manner that why you are not taking enough measures or steps enough to just meet this pandemic or just solve these type of problems or solve these, or you are not searching out the ways in which we can deal with this disaster. Now this health minister, he will answer like this way only, that we are taking adequate steps for solving the issues. The chief minister and other ministers have to take decisions and run the government. Underline. So the chief minister and the other ministers have to take decisions and run the government. We usually hear about them or see them in the news channel or in the papers. So during this pandemic session or this pandemic time, you have seen that if you are just turning on the television and you are just going through or watching any news channel, you can find that our Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, she is just sitting and continuously she is just going on giving the answers, or she is just bringing forth or producing the facts that yes, we are trying or we are taking these measures to meet this or to deal with this problem of this pandemic. So the chief minister and the other ministers have to take decisions and run the government. We usually hear about them or see them in the news channel or in the papers. In papers, newspapers also you can find that it is written that the Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, she has taken these steps for dealing the problem of pandemic or this dealing the problem of this natural disaster Amphan. However, whatever decisions are being taken have to be approved by the members of the Legislative Assembly. Now, this Chief Minister and the other ministers, they are taking decisions. That means when they are taking decisions, they are just implementing them. No, it is not like that. It must be approved by the members of the Legislative Assembly. In a democracy, these members can ask questions, debate on important issues. So the other members, especially from the opposition party, they can just bring forth these questions, or they can ask questions, they can debate on important issues, that why these things are happening, why you are not taking the measures even, why you are not dealing with the matter seriously. In this way they can ask or they can debate. Decide where money should be spent. So another thing in a democracy, these members can ask questions, debate on important issues, decide whether money should be spent, etc. They have the main authority. Just wait. So children, let us just read this line once more. In our democracy, these members can ask questions, debate on important issue, decide where money should be spent, etc. They have the main authority. So who is having the main authority? You can underline, in a democracy, these members, that means the members of the legislative assembly, they can ask questions, debate on an important issue, then decide where money should be spent. They are having the main authority. So children, we have completed reading up to this part, and in our next class we will proceed with the next part, that means the discussion between the MLAs. This one we will read. So up till this, are you having any query or problem, beta? You can ask me if you are having any query or you are having any problem. No problem, no problem, no sir. Are you enjoying the class? Manish, no sir. Then your no I will take in which form? That means you are not enjoying the class. Manish? Rafia, Aditya, Sampurna, Somdatta. So many days, no, we have not just come face to face. That means we didn't meet. So children, are you having any query, doubt or problem? Kindly say me. No sir, no problem. Sampurna, but if we can do the class in classroom, then it would be more better. That we all know. Now you just think, I am standing in front of the camera, the same room is there, I am standing in front of the camera and all these benches, they are empty. So how and what I am feeling? In a class, you can ask me the questions directly, I can also answer you directly. Then if any problem is happening there, then you can directly say me, I can also directly say you. Now what we have to do, we have to go through the videos and we have to see whether we have done any mistake, we have said anything wrong, then again if anything is wrong, then we have to discuss it again or we have to rectify it. But in a classroom situation, the matter is totally different. So just other than praying, other than hoping, we can't do anything now. We have to pray to God, to pray to Almighty that as soon as possible, remove this pandemic from this universe. From this universe only, remove it. Not only our planet, from this universe. Okay children, now it's time to say you bye. Yes, so better. Now what could be done? In a classroom we cannot continue, no? Okay children, bye. Meet you again in our next class.